I had always believed in loyalty, especially from the two people I trusted the most in my life, my wife and my best friend. For years, we shared everything together, laughed together, and supported each other through thick and thin. I never imagined they would be the ones to drive a knife through my back. Our marriage had its ups and downs like any relationship, but nothing ever seemed out of place. My wife smiled, kissed me goodnight, and said, "I love you every day." My best friend, who was practically family, visited often. It all seemed so normal until the signs started showing. I began noticing subtle changes in her behavior. She would be overly protective of her phone, leave the room to take certain calls, and stay out late with strange excuses. I brushed off my suspicions, blaming stress and overthinking. But deep inside, I knew something wasn't right. One evening, while she was in the shower, her phone buzzed repeatedly. Against my better judgment, I picked it up, and my heart sank. There were messages from my best friend, filled with affection, confessions, and a shocking revelation. She was pregnant, and he was the father. The betrayal hit me like a sledgehammer. My world crumbled in seconds. I couldn't breathe, couldn't think straight. I stared at the messages, hoping it was some sick joke, but it wasn't. The two people I loved most had not only cheated, but created a life behind my back. I didn't confront them immediately. I needed a plan, not just for revenge, but for justice. I took screenshots, gathered evidence, and pretended like everything was normal. I wanted them to feel safe before I pulled the ground out from beneath them. Over the next few days, I started distancing myself emotionally, while gathering legal advice and setting my plan in motion. I rewrote my will, protected my assets, and made sure every financial detail was covered. I wasn't going to let them walk away with anything. Then came the confrontation. I waited until a family dinner where both of them were present. I calmly stood up, projected the messages on the TV screen, and watched their faces turn pale. My wife burst into tears. My best friend stuttered, trying to explain. I said nothing. I walked out, leaving the room in stunned silence. They had no idea that was just the beginning. The next day, I exposed them to our friends, family, and community. Their reputations were shattered. The social backlash was immediate and brutal. I filed for divorce and made sure every detail worked in my favor. Thanks to the evidence, the court granted me the house, most of the assets, and full custody of our child. She was left with almost nothing. As for my best friend, I confronted his wife and showed her everything. She divorced him too. He lost his marriage, his job, and most of his friends. No one wanted to associate with a man who betrayed his closest friend. They tried to rebuild, but the damage was done. They became social outcasts, living reminders of how deceit destroys lives. I moved on stronger and wiser. The pain didn't disappear overnight. But with every step forward, I felt more empowered. I built a new life, surrounded by people who respected loyalty and honesty. Revenge didn't erase the betrayal, but it gave me peace. I didn't lash out in anger. I used truth and strategy. They destroyed my trust, and I destroyed their illusion of happiness. Now, every time I look back, I don't feel regret. I feel relief. I walked through the fire and came out untouched, while they remain in the ashes of what they thought was love.